Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Explain Maths. Now in this video I am going to solve some of the important questions from Exemplar for the chapter Linear Equations in Two Variables. So I'll suggest you the question which I'm going to solve that is going to be really very important for the exam point of view. So don't skip the video, please watch the complete video and I'm sure by the end of this video you will feel that the questions which I've discussed was really very important. So let's begin the class. So here I'm going to first start with the MCQ type of question. So the first question is the linear equation 2x minus 5y equal to 7 has a unique solution, two solutions, infinitely many solutions and no solution. So we all know that when there is a linear equation in two variable, we always have infinitely many solutions. When you have plotted the graph also you have seen, you have got so many coordinates, isn't it, of x and y. With the help of that only you are plotting the graph and each coordinate will satisfy this equation. So we will see from there that it has infinitely many solutions. The equation, second question, the equation 2x plus 5y equal to 7 has a unique solution if x and y are. Now the meaning of unique solution means only one solution. Okay. Now when it will have a unique solution, when x and y are natural number, positive real numbers or rational number. Now, when we say real numbers, so under real numbers, you will have natural number, whole number, integers, rational number, everything. Even in rational number, it will, under rational number also, it will have natural number, whole number, integer. So, you in these B, C and D case, you can get many solutions of x and y for which this equation will get satisfied. But if it is a natural number means like 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So, only for some specific value of x and y only it will get satisfied, isn't it? So from here if you see, if you put x and y as 1, only in that condition this equation will get satisfied if x and y are natural numbers. Clear? So from here you can say unique solution means only one solution it will have if x and y are natural numbers. Third question, if 2, 0 is the solution of the linear equation this, then the value of k is. Now when it says this is a solution or the point passes through this, the line passes through this point or this point lies on this equation. For all the cases, the coordinate whatever it is given that will satisfy the given equation. Okay, now if it will satisfy means the x coordinate you have to put as 2 and y coordinate you have to put as 0 in the given equation and you have to get the value of k. So let's put x as 2 and y as 0 in the equation. So x is 2 means 2 into 2 plus 3 into 0 is equal to k. And 2 into 2 is 4 plus 0 equal to k. So the value of k is 4 from here, isn't it? So question number 3, the answer is A. Now fourth question. Any solution of the linear equation 2x plus 0y plus 9 equal to 0 in two variable is of the form. Now first of all you can see the y variable is 0. So actually the equation is 2x plus 9 equal to 0. And from here if you solve it, you are going to get 2x equal to minus 9 and x is equal to minus 9 by 2. Isn't it? So from the given option you see where x coordinate is given as minus 9 by 2. Because from here you got that the value of x is minus 9 by 2. So now minus 9 by 2 it is only given in the first option, isn't it? And you know that you have already studied, right? When it is x equal to minus 9 by 2, then this will be a graph which is parallel to y-axis. And in all the line, the x coordinate will remain minus 9 by 2, but y coordinate can be any number. That's why it is given as m. M can take any value, isn't it? So when you plot this graph, it will come something like this. Towards the negative side, it will be like this. Okay. Now this x coordinate is always minus 9 by 2, but y coordinate will keep on changing. For different point, your x coordinate will remain fixed throughout, but y coordinate keep on changing depending on the value on the y-axis. Isn't it? That's why it is given as m. So I hope it is clear all the four questions. Now I'm going to solve another question. Now question number 5. The graph of the linear equation 2x plus 3y equal to 6 cuts the y-axis at the point. Means on the y-axis at what point it is crossing. Isn't it? You know that when a point is on y-axis, which coordinate will be 0 then? We know that if a point will on y-axis, its x coordinate will be 0, isn't it? So what you have to do is just substitute the value of x as 0 here and get the value of y. So you will get 2 into 0 plus 3y equal to 6. From here you will get y as 6 by 3, which is 2. So the coordinate is 0, 2, which is D option. Are you able to understand this question? See, the point is on y-axis. Okay, that point you have to give the coordinate. Now if it is on y-axis, x coordinate will be 0. And you can see in A, B, C, D, only the D option is having x coordinate 0. Now you have to find the y coordinate. So substitute x as 0 in the given equation. You will get the coordinate of y. So that is only your option. Now the question number 6 is the equation x equal to 7 in two variables can be written as. Now we know that the general form of a linear equation in two variable is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Now how will you write this in this form? So here y variable is not given, isn't it? So you can write it as 1 into x. Now see, this dot means multiplication, plus 0 into y. Okay, because y variable is not given, so I have written 0 into y. Because 0 into y is 0 only, equal to 7. Now this is given in option B. So option B is the correct answer. Now moving to question number 7. Any point on the x-axis is of the form. So if a point will be on the x-axis, okay, the y coordinate will be 0. So just see where y coordinate is 0. So it is in C option. So the answer is option C. Now question number 8. Any point on the line y equal to x is of the form. Now see, y and x both are equal. Means both the coordinate will be same. And if you see the option, only in A option you can see both the coordinates are same. So for question number 8, the correct option is option A. The equation of x-axis is of the form. Now, equation of x-axis is of the form y equal to 0, isn't it? This is only the answer, because if it is on x-axis, y coordinate will be 0. So the correct answer is y equal to 0. Now question number 10. The graph of y equal to 6 is a line, and now 4 options are given. So first of all, when you plot the graph of y equal to 6, where it will be? So if I just take an example of it, suppose here is 6 in my y axis. So if I have to draw the graph of y equal to 6, it will be a line, okay, which is parallel to your x axis, isn't it? And what is the distance of this line from the x axis or from the origin? The distance is 6 units, isn't it? So the option is A, parallel to x-axis and at a distance of 6 units from the origin. Now question number 11. X equal to 5 and y equal to 2 is a solution of the linear equation. Now this value is the solution for which of the linear equation? So if it is a solution of any one of this linear equation, means it will satisfy that equation. So start putting the value of x as 5 and y as 2 in each and check LHS is equal to RHS or not. So if you start putting the value in the first case, here it is 5 plus 2 into 2. So 5 plus 4, you will get 9, but here is 7. So this is not the answer. Next here, 5 into 5 plus 2 into 2. It is will give you 25 plus 4, which is 29. Again, this is not the option. Here 5 plus 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. So this is the correct answer. So correct option is option C. Now question number 12. If a linear equation has solutions minus 2, 2, 0, 0 and 2, minus 2, then it is of the form. Now if these are the solution, then all these points will satisfy the given equation, isn't it? So start putting the value. First one, y coordinate is if you take the first option minus 2 comma 2, isn't it? First one is minus 2 comma 2. If you take your y coordinate is 2, so 2 minus minus 2, which will give you 4. So it is not satisfying, so this will not be the answer. Now here if you put minus 2 comma 2, so minus 2 plus 2 equal to 0. So this is correct. Even second option 0 comma 0. So 0 plus 0 is also 0. This is also correct. And third is 2 comma minus 2. So 2 plus minus 2, this is also giving you 0. Means for B option, all the three coordinates it's satisfying. Moreover, if you see the coordinates minus 2, 2, 0, 0, and then 2 and minus 2. So first and last option, you see the value is same, but the sign is different, right? It's opposite. And if you take x plus y equal to 0, you can write as x equal to minus y. So x and y both will be equal, but the sign will be different. So from there also you can come to know that this will be satisfied by equation given in option B. Now next is the positive solution of the equation ax plus by plus c equal to 0 always lie in the. Now we know that in which quadrant all the both x and y coordinate is positive. That is only one option, which is first quadrant, isn't it? In the first quadrant, both x and y coordinate is positive. So that is the answer. Now 14th one, the graph of the linear equation 2x plus 3y equal to 6 is a line which meets the x-axis at the point. Meets the x-axis means the point is on the x-axis, isn't it? And when the point is on x-axis, your y coordinate will be 0. So now you have to substitute y equal to 0 in the given equation. You will get 2x plus 3 into 0 equal to 6. So 2x is equal to 6, and from here you will get x as 3. So the coordinate is 3, 0, which is option C. So question 14, option C. Now moving to question number 15, the graph of the linear equation y equal to x passes through the point. Now see here, it's a very simple to identify. Both the coordinates are same. Y is equal to x. So which option both the coordinates are same? So it is option C. So 15, option C is the correct answer. Now 16, if we multiply or divide both sides of a linear equation with a non-zero number, then the solution of the linear equation changes, remains the same. Changes in case of multiplication, changes in case of division. We know that in a equation, okay, if you do the same thing on both the side, okay, the equation remains same only, isn't it? So here there will not be any change in the solution, it will remains same. Now, how many linear equations in x and y can be satisfied by x equal to 1 and y equal to 2? So, x equal to 1 and y equal to 2 can be for infinitely many linear equations, the same solution. So, here answer is C. 17, answer C. Now, 18, the point of the form a comma a always lie on. Now, see a, both x and y coordinate is same. And where it is possible? Here, if it is on the line y equal to x, here also both y and x are same, isn't it? So C is the correct option. And if you see it would lie on x-axis, then the y coordinate will be 0. But here y coordinate is given as a. And if it will lie on y-axis, x coordinate should be 0. But again here x coordinate is given as a. And the last one, on the line x plus y equal to 0, it means it is x equal to minus y. So x and y both will be equal, but the sign will be ulta. But here, if you see the point which is given, both are the same, a and a. So the correct option is option C. Now the point of the form a comma minus a always lie on the line. Now here, both the coordinates a and minus a, numerical value is same, but the sign is not same, isn't it? So from here, you can see the correct option is option D. Because if you transpose y to the other side, it will become x equal to minus y. So from here you can see it will satisfy this point. Okay. So these are all MCQ type of question. Now we will do some true false type of question with some justification. Now next question is you have to write whether the following statements are true or false, and you have to give the justification. If it is true also why it is true, if it is false also why it is false. So the first question is the point 0, 3 lies on the graph of the linear equation 3x plus 4y equal to 12. Now if we know that if the point will lie on this equation, on the graph of this equation, it means this point will satisfy this equation. So in LHS, you have to just put the value of x as 0 and y as 3 and check is it equal to RHS or not. So LHS is 3x plus 4y. Now substitute the value 3 into 0 plus 4 into 3. You will get 0 plus 12, which is 12, and it is equal to your RHS. It means it is satisfying. So the point will lie on the graph. So this is true because it satisfies the equation. Now the second is the graph of the linear equation x plus 2y equal to 7 passes through the point 0, 7. Again, if it is passes through the point this, it means this point will satisfy this equation. So again, I have to put the value of x as 0 and y as 7 in the LHS. So LHS is x plus 2y. Now x you have to put as 0 and y as 7. So here you will get 14. But RHS is given at 7. So it is not equal to RHS. So it is false because 0, 7 does not satisfy the equation. Now the third question, the graph given below represents the linear equation x plus y equal to 0. And you can see on the graph there are 2 points given. So if this is the graph for this equation, it means these points will satisfy this equation, isn't it? So let's put the value of x and y one by one in the given equation. So first is minus 3, 3. If I put x as minus 3 and y as 3 in the equation x plus y equal to 0, in the left hand side I am putting the value. So this I am getting as 0, which is equal to RHS. Another coordinate is minus 1, 1. Here also if I am putting the value, I am getting it is 0. It means now both the point is satisfying the equation. It means this is the correct graph of the line x plus y equal to 0. So this is true. Now moving to fourth question. Now question number 4. The graph given below represents the linear equation x equal to 3. Now if it is x equal to 3, it means the line will be parallel to y-axis and the distance from y-axis should be 3. So it is correct. The line is parallel to y-axis and the distance from y-axis is 3. Isn't it? All over it is 3 unit. So this is true. Now next is the coordinate of points in the table represent some of the solution of the equation. Now you have to check one by one. You have to take all the coordinates and start putting the values over here and check whether LHS is equal to RHS or not. Isn't it? So I am going to check it over here. My first coordinate is 0, 2. So if I put x as 0 and y as 2 in the given equation, so 0 minus 2 plus 2, it will give me 0, which is equal to RHS, isn't it? So this is correct. Second coordinate is 1, 3. So it means x you have to put as 1 and y as 3. So which will give you minus 2 plus 2. Again it is 0, which is equal to RHS. So that is also correct. Next is 2, 4. So if you put x as 2 and y as 4. So it will give me minus 2 plus 2, which is again 0. So this is also correct. Next is 3, minus 5. Now LHS will be 3 minus of minus 5 plus 2, which will give me 3 plus 5 plus 2, 10. So it is not satisfying, isn't it? So all are not the solution, it is false. Now next is every point on the graph of a linear equation in two variable does not represent a solution of the linear equation. It is false. It represents, you take every point on the linear equation and satisfy in the given equation those coordinates, it will satisfy. So this statement is false. And the last one, the graph of every linear equation in two variable need not be a line. It is also false because the graph of every linear equation is a line. It needs to be a line. Okay. So these are all your true false type of questions. Question number 21. Determine the point on the graph of the equation 2x plus 5y equal to 20 whose x coordinate is 5 by 2 times its ordinate. Now ordinate means y coordinate. So here there is a relation given between x and y coordinate. So what it is given? X is equal to 5 by 2 into y. Isn't it? which will further give me x equal to 5 by 2y. Now you have to put the value of x as 5y by 2 in the given equation. So let's put it. 2x plus 5y equal to 2. So in place of x now you have to put 5y by 2 plus 5y equal to 20. Now 2 cancel. So 10y is equal to 20. So the value of y you will get as 20 by 10, which will give you 2. Now you got the y coordinate. Now x coordinate will be, now substitute the value of y here in the relation 5 by 2 into 2. So x coordinate is 5. So the point is 5, comma 2. So this is the required point. Next question 22. Let y varies directly as x. If y equal to 12 and when x equal to 4, then write a linear equation and what is the value of y when x is equal to 5. Now you have already studied in grade 8, isn't it? Direct proportion. When it is directly proportional, what will happen? The ratio will be constant, isn't it? Here y varies directly as x. It means the ratio of y and x is a constant. Okay. Now if y is 12 and x as 4, now substitute y as 12 and x as 4, you will get the constant. So constant k is your 3. So now equation will be y by x equal to 3, and from here you will get y equal to 3x. When you cross multiply this two, you will get y equal to 3x. Now this is your linear equation. Now the other part is what is the value of y when x is 5. Now substitute x equal to 5 in equation 1. So when you substitute x equal to 5 in equation 1, what will happen? Y is equal to 3 into 5, which will give me 15. So that's all you have to do. Now question number 23. The auto rickshaw fare in a city is charged 10 rupees for the first kilometer and at the rate of 4 rupees per kilometer for subsequent distance covered. Now taking x as the total distance covered and y as total fare given, write the linear equation to express the above statement and then you have to draw the graph of the linear equation. So now first try to understand this. Suppose you are traveling to some place and the total distance covered is 5 kilometer. So according to the given question what it says, from the 5 kilometer, for 1 kilometer you have to pay 10 rupees and for the remaining 4 kilometer you have to pay 4 rupees per kilometer. So from here if you see the amount which you are going to pay is 10 rupees plus 4 into 4 16 means total 26 rupees. Now we are going to solve this using this concept only. Here it is given the total distance covered is x, isn't it? So this x, from this x if you take 1 kilometer, you will be left with x minus 1 kilometer, isn't it? For 1 kilometer you are paying, for the first 1 kilometer you are paying 10 rupees and for the remaining x minus 1 kilometer you are paying 4 rupees per kilometer. Okay. So first of all, what is given in the question? It is given that let the total distance covered is x kilometer and total fare is y rupee. Now when you distribute like this, for this first kilometer you are paying 10 rupees. For the remaining x minus 1 you are paying 4 rupees per kilometer. So 1 kilometer 4 rupees. So x minus 1 kilometer will be x minus 1 into 4. So it means the amount which you are going to pay, which is total fare is y rupees, is 1 into 10 rupees plus x minus 1 into 4 rupees. So which will give the equation as 10 plus 4x minus 4. So it is y equal to 4x plus 6. I have arranged it. 10 minus 4 is 6. So 4x plus 6. Now this is your equation. Now what you have to do? You have to plot the graph. So to plot the graph, minimum 2 coordinate is required. So first I am going to put x as 0. Okay, let me write as equation 1 in equation 1. So my y coordinate will be 4 into 0 plus 6, which will give me 6. Next I am going to put x as minus 1. So y will be 4 into minus 1 plus 6, which will give me minus 4 plus 6, which is equal to 2. So my two coordinates which I got as, if I'm trying to write in the table form, okay, my two coordinates are, if you see from here, first is x is 0, y will be 6. Now x is minus 1, y is 2. Now I'm going to plot this. So this is my graph. Now first point is x is 0, y coordinate is 6. So it means it is this point, isn't it? This point. Now next is x is minus 1 and y is 2. It means it is this point. Okay. Now you are going to plot the graph. So you have to do a line which crosses through both. So this is your required line which is crossing through both the point. Okay. Now that's what you have to plot. Now this is your required answer. With the help of these coordinates, you have to plot this graph. Okay. Question number 24. On his birthday, Ujjwal planned that this time he will celebrate his birthday in a small orphanage center. He bought oranges to give to children and the adults who are working there, to him also he is planning to give. Ujjwal donated 3 oranges to each children and 2 oranges to each adult working there along with birthday cake, and he distributed 80 oranges in total. Now you have to represent the above situation in linear equation in two variables by taking the number of children as x and number of adults as y. So if you see the question which is given, one children is giving 3 oranges. Now there are x children. So number of oranges given will be 3 into x, isn't it? Next, to each adult he is giving 2 oranges. Now there are y number of adults. So number of oranges given is 2 into y. And total he has distributed 80. So it means 3x plus 2y equal to 80 is the required equation. Okay. Now I am giving this equation 1. Next is, if number of children is 20, find the number of adults. So it means number of children means children is represented by x. So if x is 20, find the value of y. So let's put the value of x as 20 in equation 1. So 3 into 20 plus 2y equal to 80. 3 into 20 is 60 plus 2y equal to 80. From here you will see 2y is equal to 80 minus 60, which is 20. So the value of y will be 20 by 2, which is 10. So there are 10 number of adults. Next is, if number of adults is 10, then find the number of children. So if number of adults is 10 means if y is 10, find the value of x. Again you are going to put the value of y equal to 10 in equation 1. So 3x plus 2 into 10 is equal to 80, which will give 3x equal to 80 minus 20. So 3x is equal to 60. So the value of x will be 60 by 3, which is equal to 20. So from here you will see the number of children is 20. Now moving to the last question. Government has planned to make rainwater harvesting scheme in housing society, as we know that it is major source of water harvesting. To do this, we make an underground tank at the rate of 40 centimeter cube per second. Means this is the speed given. Okay. So 1 second 40 centimeter cube tank is getting filled. Taking volume of water collected in x second as y centimeter cube, form a linear equation. Now from here if you see, it is given 1 second 40 centimeter cube. Now how much water will be collected in x seconds then? So how to find? We can use unitary method. 1 second it is filling 40 centimeter cube. Now then x seconds, how much water will be collected? It will be 40 into x, isn't it? And that 40 into x is given as what? Y centimeter cube. So from here I can write y is equal to 40x. Now this is your equation. Now the B part says, write it in standard form. Write the given equation in a standard form as ax plus by plus c equal to 0 and find the value of a square plus b square minus c square. So now write this equation y equal to 40x in the standard form. So it will be 40x minus y plus 0. So your a is 40 here, b is minus 1 and c is 0. Now let's put the value over here. So a square is 40 square b square is minus 1 whole square and minus 0 square. 40 square is 1600, minus 1 whole square is 1. So this will give you 1601. So this is the solution. So I have solved different type of questions. Okay, you can see I have solved MCQ type of question. I have solved justification type of question. Then I've done some drawing of graph question, and now I have solved some case study questions also. So that's all for today's class, and I'm sure that these questions are going to help you a lot in your coming exams. Okay, so please like my videos and share with your friends also. Thank you.